Alrighty, I suppose that's enough time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody is having a wonderful morning, noon, or night. And yeah. I said next time we were either going to play You Will Die Here Tonight or Resident Evil 7, and you know, I feel that it's probably wiser to try and get Resident Evil 7 out of the way. Let's see if I can clever up a way to make this all make sense. And after the intro, I'll elaborate.
Hey, baby! I just wanted to send a quick hello and I love you. Oh, good news! I'm gonna be coming home soon. Yay! Oh, I cannot wait to be done with this babysitting job and come home to my loving husband. I miss you. Oh, I gotta get back to work. I love you, Ethan. I miss you so much. I'm sending tons of kisses. Bye, baby.
Ethan. You were right. I did lie to you. I shouldn't have. All I can say is that if you get this, stay away.
Now, Jake, you know those kisses are fulfilled by Amazon at $10.99 a pop.
Hello?
Hey, it's Ethan.
Oh, hey. You alright? You just disappeared the other night.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. It's Mia. She's not dead, she's alive. She's back.
They found her? How? What happened?
I don't know. Look, I don't know how, but she's back. She's back somehow. And maybe it's a prank, but she wants me to come and get her.
Where is she?
Dulvey, Louisiana.
Dude, it's been 3 years.
I know, but what if it is her? I have to find out what happened.
Now, Baron, I have to pay for my crippling gummy bear addiction somehow. And as any addict, prices as a result go to the floor. You know, that is true. That is the wise action number 1 at the beginning of the game here. Alright. So,
This is the place.
the reason why we're playing Resident Evil 7, which I think is the worst of the narrative Resident Evils, by which I mean the Resident Evils that actually have some sort of cohesive plot, that's taking away 5 and 6, is because when we were playing Silent Hill 2, which I Silent Hill 2 remake, which I adored. It was so much better than I thought it would be. And I really have to give Konami kudos for that remake, and I now want to play the original Silent Hills. I kept calling the main character, who was like Ricardo Montalban or Jeffrey Landsat or James Sunderland or one of those, Ethan Winters, who is the main character of Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8, but the question is, why? Because I do know how my brain works, even though it appears to be utter madness to most folks, reasonably so. It's like one of those weird conspiracy theory webs where you have connected bit to connected bit. So, it's either because there's something in this game that reminds me of behavior that we would have with James, or something else. Or it could be from Resident Evil 8, but I don't remember this game well enough to make those connections. So, we're going to go through and figure out and enjoy the ride. Um... James is already much smarter than Ethan. I don't think James told anyone where he was going, though, Wick. He... Oh, wow, they really do just lay it on early. Can you see him through? No, he just disappears about the tree. No, but you're saying James is smarter than Ethan. Oh, of course, I get the bit now. No, we're obviously playing James Sunderland in this game, not Ethan Winters, the main character of Silent Hill 2. No, but like, I'm trying to figure out like what my headcanon is. So we've figured out that Maria is like a time-warped Maria who didn't die of space cancer from Sonic the Hedgehog. Or maybe she did die of space cancer and she just became like a space hooker or a ghost hooker. Which then questions, why is Ethan here? Is like, am I imagining him to be like the long lost son or like the side boy son of James, or is he something else? So, are we still in fact playing the main character? No. Because I think James is a bit of... I think James is a well-developed character such that he... I can see how he acts. Like, he might have been a bit of a jerk in his... Oh, we're from Texas? Oh, wow. In the way he comported himself towards his wife, but at the same time, he wasn't a heartless villain. He was human. Where, like, I'm not sure Ethan acts in a human way in this. I think he kind of acts like a generic action fantasy kind of dad. So, I'm thinking I'm leaning towards kid. Because, like, if we think about it, let's imagine how the course of the Resident Evil characters go, or, like, just in general. So I think the character that makes the most sense in the Resident Evil canon, as we've seen it, is, like, Sherry Birkin, who is the biggest Chad in Resident Evil 6. Like, you're a small child, you're, like, having the apocalypse happen around you, and then you become, like, what is effectively, like, a anti-zombie CIA agent. Now, this begs the question, is this, like, a nature versus nurture thing, and, like, she dealt with the nonsense of going through it. I need to unplug my controller. And I guess that is fair. Like, I don't remember if he's just, like, generic personality thing. Granted, the first bit of passion we get out of him is him swearing at the viewing of cockroaches coming out of a pot. You know, that also does make me curious. How much would a house like this cost to clean up professionally from the, like, forensic cleaners? Because I'm always fascinated about the miscellaneous information about how parts of our world work. And also I like home and garden stuff, and one of my favorite YouTube shenanigans right now is this old crack house. At least $2. Why not $2.50 though, Baron? Such a more desirable number. And that's an average sized cockroach in the South, Wick. When I was living in North Carolina, they had a... Well, for starters, you're never going to live anywhere in the humid parts of the United States without having a cockroach at least once a month, no matter how well your house is clean. Like, I basically had everything either in the refrigerator or locked away very aggressively, and I still always had one. Thankfully, I didn't run into the same problem that a coworker of mine had. She had she woke up with a cockroach in her bed, and she proceeded to tweak out as a result. Understandably so. $5 to eat a spoonful of fridge gunk. Ah. Yeah, I feel this house might be something that would be on a Fear Factor episode for whenever that came out. You'd like have like a 2 episode or 1 episode special. Be like, hey guys, let's have everybody sleep in this house and then have spooky things go on. Sponsored by the Ghost Stories people. And then the next day, or the other part of the special, would be you have like you're eating miscellaneous things. Because the thing I most remember from that show was an episode where they had maggots with macaroni and cheese and reindeer testicles they had to eat. Some say she's still screaming to this day. Right. If I recall correctly, this video is supposed to tell us how to get to the underground.
Boo. Where did you find this guy?
Give me a break, Pete.
Hey, I only work with professionals. Speaking of which, make sure the sound is right this time. I don't want a repeat of Amarillo.
That was 2 fucking years ago.
I don't do ADR. This new guy? I'm not feeling it.
Again?
Just don't be surprised if we have to make a change. New plan. We do a walkthrough of the inside first, then we shoot the intro.
Just like we always do. Just try to say the show's name this time, okay?
No problem. Tonight on Sewer Gators, another worthless fucking shithole. Happy?
Ecstatic.
Are we rolling? All right, let's go.
Get out of the way.
It's locked.
After you.
Who wears a suit to a ghost haunting?
Why are we in hell this time? Do you ever prep? What's the prep? Shitty house, spooky sounds? Ooh, is it haunted? Fuck me. I was an anchor, you know?
Weekend sub, Pete. Not anchor.
What's that?
Nothing.
What's the story, Andre?
Abandoned
Yeah, apparently
farmhouse,
dressed for an
missing
anchor.
Family, foul play suspected. The usual.
How long did you say this place has been abandoned?
3 years.
Clancy, get a shot of this. Let's make a great cutaway. So, Hillbilly Joe and his family go missing.
Not hillbillies, the Bakers. Jack and Marguerite Baker. And they were quiet, not backward. A lot of bad rumors about their son, Lucas. Bad seed, apparently.
Ah, shit! I know I should have worn my good shoes. Oh, shit. Glad I had my shots. Although, this would make a great backdrop. Andre, what do you think? Andre? Andre! Andre! Clancy, you see where Andre went?
Wait, we have our own inventory? Oh, this was with the car.
Where is he? Unfucking believable. This is the last time I work with that guy. I mean, producers, they come and go, but a good cameraman like you, Clancy, you stick with me.
I will say this guy is surly enough to be an anchor, but he's nowhere near as drunk. He probably needs to be about 5 more shots into a bottle of scotch, and then he'd be perfect.
What the fuck was
Well,
that? Did you hear that?
maybe for a small town, or a mid-sized town.
Where the fuck is he? Andre, where are you, man?
Because I still think the news agencies are going with Ken dolls and Barbies for their anchors. Though I haven't watched television news since
What the hell?
oh god, when was the last time I saw that? I don't even remember anymore.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. All right, new deal. We find Andre and we go. I mean, fuck this show.
Oh, I just realized I hate his design even more. For some reason, I irrationally hate it when men wear suit jackets with jeans. I feel if you're going to commit to something, you should just go
Need a nice
all the
hero shot of me
way.
coming down the ladder. So,
Yeah, okay.
You first. What do you see? What is it?
If I recall correctly, we just need to touch him and then he's been impaled? Canadian tuxedo. So you wear jeans with a suit jacket and then suspenders, Barrett? I think my respect for the suspenders would cancel out my disdain for the jeans. Alright, so... the oven we shall go. So... Ethan, in this game, as so far, is looking for his girlfriend who went missing 3 years ago in a spooky kind of Louisiana nonsense. Yeah, I can agree with that, Wick. Depending on, like, how you don your suspenders, I could imagine you're about to commit some type of felony. Whether or not it's selling a dummy car or about to commit extreme financial crimes. Which, you know, that's fine. But... I'm trying to remember what it is about Resident Evil that I enjoy so much. Because I will say, I think... Silent Hill Remake might be one of the better, or probably in my top 5 horror games I've ever played. Just in the regard where... It's very rare nowadays that you see a horror game that is horrifying, not because of, like, spooky monster kills people or something like that, but due to the horrific nature of man inflicting discomfort onto man. Which, I think is one of the more truly terrifying things out there. I suppose I don't really see Resident Evil games as horror games, now that I just think about it from, like, the player perspective. They're just kind of, like... goofy. Okay, now that I've played horror games, I will say that.
Yeah.
I was terrified of Resident Evil 1 remake when I was playing it, and I was a little baby, and it was like, oh no, I can't play this game for more than like 20 minutes. Yeah, and from that perspective, I would argue that Lucas is probably the best part of this game when it goes towards crafting like the horrifying narrative of it, other than like the generic mega corporation that's made a mycelium monster, which I think we'll get to later, because I think the fungus monsters are actually going to be the way I'm going to be able to tie this into the Silent Hill universe. But I think I need a bit more time to mull over that thought before I start rambling about it. And I'm just trying to think, at what point
Mia, oh, thank God I
do
found
we
you.
pass the
It's
point
me,
of no
it's
return?
Ethan? Ethan?
Are you all right?
You shouldn't be here.
What do you mean? You contacted me.
No, I wouldn't. Did I? Did anyone see you? Did he see you?
Hey, who else is here? What the hell's going on?
Daddy's coming. We need to go.
Daddy?
We need to go now.
Okay. When you can't go back. That's true. Then starting the game technically is the point of no return. Because I'm trying to think of the same thing for
Where are you taking me?
Someplace
James.
safe.
Are you gonna tell me what's going on? Baby, you've been gone for 3 years.
3 years? Has it really been 3 years?
Because James, I don't think, ever emotionally had the option of turning back, because
What is this place? What'd they do to you?
Not now. We need to get out of here first. I think it's this way.
I don't think I've ever had a girlfriend that has referred to her father as daddy. So I would say any age.
Mia, we have to talk. That message you sent me.
Not me. That wasn't me.
But you did.
I didn't.
Okay, fine. Just tell me what's going on.
I'm telling you everything that I know. We have to go this way.
So, like, James was a person who loved his wife so much that he was, I would argue, on the verge of suicide, as far as I can
Sam used to
tell.
bring me food through here. I remember.
Due to grief, emotional despair, what have you, in Silent Hill 2, leading into it. Which I would argue, I don't think there was an option for him to go through that game. Once he has gotten the Silent Hill, I do not think he could have turned back.
There. It's there. This is it. I remember this room. There's another door here. I'm sure of it. It's not here. It's gone. It's gone. We're gonna be a family now that you're here. There's another door here. I'm sure of it.
I'm remembering how this game ends now. This is like the last room we're in the game. So That's relevant because that explains why in Silent Hill 2 there was kind of no road back. You could really never turn back. And when we get to this game, we just have a girlfriend who's acting a bit like tweaker-like, going aggro on us. Which then begs the question, like, how long were James and Mary married? Because presumably they were married for a few years before the illness took her, going out and all that stuff. I can understand caring about someone who you've been with so long. Like, how long have Ethan and Mia had together to form that kind of a bond? Because I think what I'm going to have to go through here is Ethan is like the idiot son character that you normally see in media. Because, like, you know, you have the kind of stoic father who does his level best to raise his son correctly and inevitably fails, which then leads to someone who makes a lot of questionable decisions. I mean, when do we go through a circle full of corpses, Wick? I remember we don't really see any of the corpses until... Oh, je ne sais quoi. We've been in about the city for about 20, 30 minutes by that time? Right after we left the car. Oh, you mean here. I thought you meant in Silent Hill 2. Yeah. I would say that's probably the rational point of no return for a human operating under normal parameters. Alright, I think if I go down there, Lady activates. But I think we need to do something to activate the telephone first before we can continue on. Now that I think about it, I think the world truly has lost something with Hideo Kojima not making PT. Because I'm just thinking about how out there the story was for Silent Hill 2, or Silent Hill in general, from what I was reading on the wiki page. And then... Wasn't she ahead of us? There we go. Thought I got the gun before this happened.
Yeah. Wait! Wait!
I can hear her. I can feel her clawing her way back inside of me. Get out! Leave me alone! I've been bad. I deserve this.
What the fuck are you, Mia?
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Idiot Son. Given that. Furthermore, I think this game doesn't take place inside of the normal Resident Evil universe. I think this might take place in either some weird combination of the universe of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead or Silent Hill. Now, because she's acting like she's possessed by the blob. Now that I think about it. Now that I'm going through this again. Or is it block with... Come on, video game, tell me how to block. Yeah, I'm definitely going with Cataclysm now that I think about it. Because, like, Silent Hill universe, as I understand it, you are basically living in some aspect of the Cthulhu mythos, where you are perpetually trying to summon an elder god into being, or kind of Silent Hill 2 is where you have...
You really shouldn't have come here.
Who's this? And what the fuck is going on?
My name's Zoe. There should be a way out through the attic.
Attic.
Go there. Now.
When do we get to, Grand Uncle Baker? Or Silent Hill 2... See, that's the thing. I don't understand how the world works in Silent Hill, though I've been told by everyone multiple times that the world in Silent Hill doesn't make sense, nor should you ever try and make sense of it, or you'll lose your mind, which... Arguably, I think we were already there. We're already there. I don't remember when Mia comes back. Eh. Is there something in here? I think I've completely forgotten what puzzle I need to do, because we need bolt cutters for that. We need a lockpick for that. What needed a hatchet? Truly need to expand my brain before I can figure out how to do this puzzle. Oh, crap. I forgot to charge my headset, so give me one moment to grab that. Alright, so I can hear again. No, I don't know. As I get older, I come to realize that there are a lot of little things that matter when it comes to crafting a narrative, especially when it comes to video game one. And meaning, I think, is one of those things. And... or at least a compelling meaning. And, like... once we're at this point, the compelling reasoning for Ethan is to survive, though he doesn't signal that, which is fascinating. Will the game let us go down there again? No. Okay. I really have to remember that crouch isn't bound to... Oh. Crouch isn't bound to control. Alright. I need to get through this first portion of the game before I start rambling about the meta-narrative and the really goofy meta-narrative I'm trying to craft here, because I'm missing the fact that I have items in my inventory. I think... Yeah, she's just spooky right now. I'm going to assume everybody has played this game or seen this game played at this point. So, we're basically playing a game where our love interest
It's okay.
is
It's okay, it's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
effectively
You shouldn't have
a Nazi scientist, or worked as a guard for Nazi scientists. And is basically drawn astray. Oh, it's hold! Okay, I'm gonna lose my arm right here, I think. Yeah? I mean, this is just the Florida level lover's pet. You're not wrong. I'm trying to think to some of my favorite Florida man kind of posts right here. If I recall, one is... Oh god. I mean, like, a very basic one is Florida man snorts, like, grandmother and dog ashes because his girlfriend made him upset. I think I do enjoy the one where Florida man cashes check given to him by a homeless man called Jesus. That, you know, he put like $1 septillion trillion on, and then, just thought that it would work at a bank. And there's also... Oh no, that's what it is. Florida man beats girlfriend with dog. That's the kind of, like, lover's argument energy we're going through right now. Like, if you think you have had or seen relationship problems, you just need to open up, like, your nearest purveyor of Florida lore, and you'll realize quite soon that you're living in, like, the kiddie pool level of nonsense. Oh wait, no, now I remember what we need to do. I thought we were supposed to trigger dude already, though. Oh, heck. How is he moving this slowly?
They're relying on me. Everyone is relying on me. Everyone!
I mean, you know, if your girlfriend's chasing you with a hacksaw or a chainsaw, I mean, she's just, Yeah, I really can't figure out a sarcastic way to justify that. Ethan is just a weird lad who, apparently can't run away quick enough. There we go! That was originally going to be the, joke about the stream, because I intended to stream this on the 24th and 25th, but, I decided I had better things to do. Because what's truly the most important thing about Christmas? And that's family. And we're part of a whole new family now. If this was written by Kojima, I would agree with that, Wick. Regrettably, I do believe she means it quite literally.
Come on. Don't you die on us now. You have work to do.
And then to think about it, Zoe might have been a more interesting protagonist in this game than Ethan. Because you have a lady who's trying to deal with her family going nutto bananas.
What the hell?
Rise and shine, sleepyhead. It's time for supper.
Who are all you people? Where's Mia?
Eat it. It's good.
Dumb son bitch wasn't no good if it hit him.
Yes.
Hit boy's got to eat. He got to have his supper. Come here, boy. Let's do this.
Shit, he's not eating it, Jack. He's not eating it.
Shut the hell up, Marguerite.
Ain't that for him?
Get the hell out of here.
You're a son of a bitch. Oh, I can't believe it. You son of a bitch. He's not eating it. He's not eating it.
This was supposed to be a very special feast. Come on, boy.
Is that carving out a molar?
God damn it. I'll bet it's that cop again. Goddamn pigs.
Like, where in the jaw do you think that actually got
Back
us?
for you.
Because it hit tissue, took a few seconds, and then we got scraping noise of what sounded like teeth. But yeah. No, Marguerite, the mother in this family, is the reason why I'm looking forward to not playing this game the most. If I recall correctly, she's just like some cockroach or spider monster, and I very much don't like cockroaches or spiders. I think they went way too aggressive in the gross out for this game to kind of make up for the horror. Because now that I think about it, so the advantage of having played this before is you know what's going on. So this is actually the bad guy. And due to being kind of treated as this experiment by a global, gigantic mega corporation, has taken this family hostage and is using them as fuel to live some sick family complex. Which I don't think I really think is covered in horror, where you kidnap a family and then force them to be your family. It would have been interesting if they took it... Well, I guess she doesn't understand what a family is, which helps. So, generically, dad is meant to be strong, mother is meant to be provider, and Lucas is meant to be what? Just annoying brother? Maybe there's some type of anime or generic... Wait, Gumbo. Okay. That I'm missing here in regards to how this was imagined to be. Because, like, I think the idea of something basically kind of acting as one of those parasites... Like, it's a thing in nature, isn't it? Where you have kind of a parasite act as an organism living in the husk of something else. There's a specific term for it, but I'm just forgetting. It's like a specific type of parasite. Lucas is the Baka Oni-chan, that's correct. So I think El Jefe Baker is going to come around in a minute here and, like, Derek us. The police officer comes later. And, you know, bummer, you're reminding me of the truly most horrifying thing in this world, Resident Evil 6. Which is... yeah, just why? I don't know if there's a way we can avoid El Jefe Baker. Because I think this is one of those things where it's a imaginary stealth section. Because what ends up happening is he figures out that you're going through right here, and he's going to walk through the door like he's some type of Terminator monster. Or maybe not? What am I supposed to get?
I can smell you.
Am I supposed to get a key or a gun? There's a key there. That needs a key. There was nothing in there. Ah. The save room.
Find you, right? I do.
God, Wiki, you're now making me think, what if this game was made, but the family archetype was like something nonsensical, like Kiss X Sis or something like that, or Kiss Sis, I should say. Alright,
I'll find you and kill you.
You're fine, Baker. So I guess you're meant to hide here in case he catches you? Should have left that door open. So what does this need?
Yeah, piggy, piggy, piggy.
It needs a key.
Did you just slip out before dinner was done?
I mean, I didn't leave the dining room. Alright, so we triggered the man. Lady is gone. There's nothing on the table I can grab. Nothing here. We already looked in here. There was nothing. Baker's over there. Nothing over here. Please don't. I missed that. You know, I was thinking about how they got the money to afford all of the elaborate traps and stuff, but I realized, like, how much money do you think you make off of killing people, right? If you're like the chainsaw homicide— oh, there it is. I'm just a goofy. If you're like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family, I feel that's a death animation. Yeah, cool.
Boy, you are nothing. Just a man.
Alright. So, like, this game came out in 2017. They probably make, like, what, $100 off of a homicide, not including the credit cards? Because presumably, the family is low on funds. Okay, trigger him again. Okay, then we run back. Like, did they torture the people to figure out what their bank details are before then, like, just drawing out their bank accounts? Because then at that point, the police would be able to figure out how to get figure out, like, where the people disappeared from, what time the bank information was drawn out, and then, you know, they'd be able to make a move on presumably the Dolby family or the Baker family or whoever we're currently trespassing upon. But they don't. This is the thing I always find funny in, like,
Where does shit get to?
the thing I always find funny in, like, a lot of television and, like, video game content is, like, how... I think it's just because I'm in film, because I love figuring out, how does this logically make sense? Like, how can we internally justify this within this game's universe?
This is all too fun.
And, like, you know, I think I was talking to C Fusion about this the other day, but, in Phineas and Ferb, the way that all makes sense is, like, it's just one all big
Where's my little Ethan?
Ponzi scheme where basically the Doofenshmirtz have, like, a fake divorce and basically use that as a means to hide massive amounts of money from the government. Where...
The way out, you know.
please go straight, please go straight, please go straight.
Slip out before dinner was done? You came to the wrong house, boy.
Oh right, this is scripted.
You can do it. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, we're definitely a mold monster already.
Daddy! Found you!
Open the fuck.
All right. Have fun under there, boy. I'm gonna come back for you later.
Okay. So if I recall correctly, the game past this point is mostly tolerable gameplay-wise. It's just that opening segment is way too kind of overly choreographed and forced, where, like, I'm an easygoing video game person, and I think that's a bit much. But I think we'll be fine from now. So now I can continue my ruminations. So the monster in this is some sort of insect creature? Not insect, but mushroom creature. That I'm going to assume kind of acts in like a hive mind style, given the fact that would explain why Old Lady was able to, or at least I'm assuming Old Lady did this, alert El Jefe Baker that we were leaving the room undesirably. And I'm trying to think what in like my spooky media has kind of that hive mind thing that's kind of a black, liquidy, mucusy kind of monster. And my mind eternally goes back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, which then I would argue I'll argue after this break.
You did good, Ethan.
Zoe, right? And what the fuck are they?
Shut up and listen if you want to stay alive. You gotta get out of that house. There might be a way out through the main hall.
All right.
Oh, and that thing on your wrist is a codex. Don't lose it. It's important.
Hell of a girl.
What is that noise? Oh. So the only thing I know in like generic media that does that is the Blob in Cataclysm. Now the Blob, for those of you who don't know, Cataclysm lore is the ultimate reason why the Cataclysm happens. This is a meta-narrative thing that really doesn't matter, unless you care about lore of video games, at which point just ignore what I'm saying for a few minutes if you care about that game, and you haven't kind of run across that yet. But basically the Blob is an interdimensional monster that is able to mind control creatures and mutate them. Oh right, we have to talk to the cop first. Mutate them in order to do what it needs to do.
Here. Hey,
Hey, you gotta help me.
hold on, back up. Now, sir, do you live here? I mean, is this your property?
What? Me? No. No.
All right. Now, we got several calls about some missing persons lately.
You don't understand. I gotta get out of here.
Now, calm down.
You're not listening to me. There are crazy people in this house trying to fucking kill me.
Well, all right. Let me tell you this. You don't exactly seem like you playing with a full deck yourself, all right?
Are you kidding me?
Look, like I said, we've had several missing persons calls. And I can't rule out that an outsider like yourself may not be involved.
All right. I'll tell you whatever you want.
All right. Now, that's more like it. Now, meet me in the garage. We'll talk there.
Hey, wait. You gotta give me your gun.
You must have lost your mind.
Look, officer.
Deputy.
Right. Deputy. Now, do you want to see my name in the obituaries? Or do you want to be a hero and save my life? A fucking pocket knife?
Here. Take it. That's all you're gonna get. Now go. Garage. Now.
I feel like this
What am I gonna do with a
game
knife?
as well is where everybody used intelligence as their dump stat. Which I suppose is like a narrative device that's being used more and more as time goes on, where would we be if everybody wasn't goofy? Because like in Resident Evil 1 through 3, you have a similar device, but it's where would we be if everybody wasn't evil? Because like you wouldn't have Birkin being like going nutto because he got shot, if you didn't have like the Umbrella hit squad go after him because I forgot why they felt the need to go after him. Was it because he wasn't delivering the G-Virus on time? I suppose that's a question for whenever I go through Resident Evil 2. But I suppose to go back to my earlier point, the blob in Cataclysm basically uses its unique properties to kind of possess and influence people. And it's a multi-dimensional monster that has destroyed many dimensions.
First, you need to tell me what you're doing out here alone in the middle of the night.
Me? What about you?
No, it's my job. Won't you do your job and tell me? Answer my questions.
I was kidnapped.
Try. Hey, put that door back. Put that door back.
Alright, grab the gun. I think we need to find the keys. There we go. Or I don't remember if we have to weaken him enough.
Are you having fun yet?
That doesn't matter.
Oh no! I'm driving. Better start running, boy.
It's the scene.
Oh boy! This is the end, you know?
How long have I been playing? An hour and 10 minutes. Alright, well, as I was, interdimensional monster. And basically what it's trying to do is, you know, spread its influence over all dimensions in order to become the biggest, baddest thing, and use that as a means to, I don't know, become Darkseid from the Marvel Universe or something. That isn't really explained, but that's fine.
Do I have your attention, boy? You're about to see some wonderful. Oh, fuck!
And I'm assuming it's based off of an elder god from the Cthulhu mythos or something like that. Which I think kind of goes into, there's more credit lean to that. Given the fact that it is, there's other stuff going on that's Cthulhu-y, and you have every apocalypse known to man occurring at the same time. And as a result of this, I feel that the Mycellium monster is basically some research that was being done by, I don't know, Nintendo. I'm gonna pick on Nintendo. Like, because isn't this monster made in Japan or like Korea or something like that? The Eevee? I think it's somewhere in East Asia where your port of call is in. So this is the Nintendo virus, and I think we have enough loose threads to call together that that is where it's from. Okay. Now, using from that thread, we are in the... we're able to have Cthulhu stuff going on, we're able to justify some level of zombies, we're going to pretend this isn't the, this doesn't turn into a normal run of Cataclysm due to the fact that the blob's young and it's incapable of fully exerting its force, and man is able to exhibit more control over it.
Did my daddy give you a hard time?
That's your father?
He used to be.
I'm sorry, but he's dead now.
You just might be able to pull this off.
What? Pull what off?
There's something I need you to do, but I can't explain it right now. You may need some sort of keys to do it, but find a way out of the house.
Okay.
I'll be in touch.
No, but seriously, who calls their father daddy? I'm actually now very curious about something. Alright, we're gonna save real quick. I'm actually going to switch the dialogue to Japanese, I think. Because... I wonder how these voices are actually meant to sound. Alright, so with the blob and saying that it is an aspect of the Cataclysm universe, I can now justify Cthulhu stuff going on, and with Cthulhu stuff going on, we can pull ourselves into the same universe as Silent Hill. Because that very much has to be some type of Cthulhu nonsense. If it's not, I have no idea what's going on. That game is just utter bonkers. But, I feel in a world where you have Cthulhu and unspeakable, unknowable horrors, you can definitely have like a generic zombie outbreak. Helen Midkiff, college student from North Carolina, traveling to Louisiana, has been heard since the night of the 21st, South Louisiana. Tourists, vagrants, 20 people missing, foul play. Wait. Alyssa Ashcroft. Why does Ashcroft... Isn't that like the bad guy from Resident Evil Code Veronica? The Ashcroft family? Or is it Alexia Ashcroft is the villainess of that game? Alright, so I think I have backwards bent over in order to justify how these games can be in the same universe. Or at least we're close enough to it where I feel like I can move on. So we have James Sunderland, who is a man who is not a good person, but is a person. Probably traumatized by the events of Silent Hill 1. So that he goes a little I am really happy I switched to Japanese. She sounds so much crazier in Japanese. Like, how would you raise a kid if you lived in Silent Hill, you think? You would have confronted yourself in ways that most humans cannot even begin to comprehend. And, like, as a result, you theoretically shouldn't be that bad of a dad. But then again, it's really easy to be a really crappy dad. Because, I mean, isn't, like, storms coming, reinforce windows, get Lucas to help, water's receded, huge ship washed up in the bayou, if that's true, better report it to the parish. So that's before they went insane. And that is after they went insane. Shotgun isn't there, that's a fake shotgun. Grandma's room we can't get into. Master bedroom is locked. Kids' room I don't think I looked at. That is also locked. Does it tell you what's goal? Yeah, it does. It's like the only thing I can imagine here is if James adopted an at-risk youth after you have, like, the small child ending? Or would this be the Maria ending?
もしこれを見たら、もう私が何を言っても信じてもらえないだろうけど、あんなことがあったし、ひどいことをした。でもこれだけは信じて、あれは私じゃないの。何が起きたのかはわからないけど、伝えたいことがたくさんあるのよ。
そこにいたのかい。肝を冷やしたじゃないか、お嬢ちゃん。
また捕まるわけにはいかない。
Alrighty. Is this just a chase scene? Ethan in this game is an at-risk youth. Oh god.
どうしてこそこそ逃げ回るのさ。いいかい、この力は授かり物だよ。
And that means he wasn't responsible for raising Ethan from, like, being a complete small child. Which I think is the way we're able to justify here. The foolishness going on. Because, like, I feel if you have, like, an adopted kid that's probably adopted... Oh, boy. This is in 2017. Silent Hill 1 or 2 takes place in, what, 98? 2001? So, let's say 2001. This is 16 years later. He's probably younger than 30. Let's say Ethan is 24, which means he was adopted at 8. So 24, let's presume, like, the last year of college, because that's the only way I think we can justifiably make this make sense, where you have someone who's able to just drive to Louisiana, presumably from Texas, in order to determine if their, like, girlfriend's gone missing or not. And, like... I feel that's the age as well where you wouldn't have the emotional maturity. The emotional maturity to realize that if a girlfriend ghosts you for 3 years, you should kind of be like, okay, dog, you're done. In or come on. Sorry, it's taking 1000% of my brain power to figure out how to align this correctly. Oh, you know, I forgot that you need to tell the game, okay. Perfect. So, we're basically playing as like a 24, 25-year-old kid who probably isn't a STEM major because they would be far too traumatized to even think of leaving school for long enough to try and go find a squeeze like this. Which... Oh, no.
してるのにどうしてそれがわからないのさ。ああ、そこかい。
Please. Crap.
さっさと自分の部屋に戻るんだよ。
Not a happy cat. All right. So we need to go forward, trigger Marie, and go back. So then.
それなのに、お前はおとなしくあの子の力を受け取ればいいんだよ。
That wouldn't explain Mia. So Mia would have to be probably in her late 20s, early 30s.
愛してるのにどうしてそれがわからないのさ。私たちを受け入れろ。あんたは何一つ分かっちゃいないんだ。しかもそのことにすら気づいてやしない。エイブリンがそんな勝手をずっと許してくれるとでも思ってるのかい。あんたとのお遊びはもう終わりだよ。聞いてるかい？聞いてるかい？聞いてるのかい？
Good morning, Goka. I hope you're having a lovely day. I think I've mostly cracked how we go from Silent Hill 2 to this. I'm still trying to figure out how Ethan and Ethan and Mia's relationship makes sense.
どこへ行くつもりだい?
That's never fun. Have you arranged El Dento? El dentist appointment to get it redone. I really need to go to the dentist again. I have a filling or a cap that I put on one of my not my canine, the one next to your, the one to the immediate left of your canine. And I really need a new cap. A better cap at that, because the last one fell out. Is it incisor? It's like one of your flat ones. Yeah, that still doesn't make sense. You must have dropped it when you were attacked in the attic. Oh, that's your car that gets blown up. Oh, okay. You left on Monday. Yeah, hopefully they do it soon. Though I will be surprised if you get any service in any timely amount of time currently. Because Christmas is a powerful drug. I do find it fascinating though that Amazon, you know, for all of the things that Amazon is open on, like Christmas Day is the one day that every part of the operations is closed. So, specifically, my right canine in between the tooth immediately to the left of my right canine on the upper portion of my teeth pan, or whatever the hell you call it. Because the jaw is the lower part. And in between, like, the flat thing. The flat tooth that you have. As you can tell, I'm not a dental expert. Probably a premolar. You know, I would never have expected that to be called a premolar. I would have expected, like, the tooth immediately next to a molar to be a premolar. Let's re-get our pendulum. Yes, like, Mia would be, like, in her late 20s, early 30s. Which wait, did Ethan get groomed? I don't like where this is going. Because he would have been 21, 20 when they met, or when she left, and presumably they'd be dating for a few years, which means that they were probably dating since he was 18? Then that would mean... Oh boy. I'm gonna jump away from that segment of the story right here. I think I'm beginning to make this game make sense. This is like my idiot teen romance. Interesting. So then if we go back to anime tropes now, what anime would this be? Or what? Could go with boring. High School of the Dead. Maybe. You know, I missed that one entirely. Even though I was in high school when that happened. Is it in bathtub? No. Should leave these open so I know I checked. Alright. It's the one with the girl of the bullet passing between the booba. I remember, I do know that. I remember Chica trying to get me to watch it many a year ago. Well, Evelyn, do you know where it is? Okay. But, there were many anime that she did try to get me to watch that I watched some, but not many. Yeah. I tried to get her to watch Steins Gate and Code Geass. She tried to get me to watch, I think at that time it was Terror in Resonance and High School of the Dead. Though, granted, it's been, good God, it's probably been about 12 years now. As the cataracts begin to form. See how big this shoe is? Let's see. I think your name and there's another one that she tried to recommend. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, I believe, is one of them. Yeah, age is the perpetually corrupting force. I mean, yeah. I still stand by my top 3 anime are Code Geass, no, Steins Gate, Tanya the Evil, and ReZero are my top 3 in no particular order. Most of the rest of it, I'm happy to say I do enjoy watching anime trash. Because, you know, there's enough serious things in life you can be gauging upon. I mean, as a hobby, I do still try and study some physics, and I feel you need to have some levity interspersed with it quite thoroughly, otherwise you'll drive yourself nutty. Even though we all probably are a little bit. Raises the eyebrow in what regard, Goka? Such as insinuating I am a sussy baka. I'm mad. I looked at this bathtub twice. Well, I'm very happy. Always have a loaded gun when you're in a situation like this, is the moral of the story. He missed me! He actually missed me. Oh. Okay. Well, I suppose my plan worked. The Tanya anime is, questionable, I shan't deny. The animation's terrible. Oh, nope, can't do that right now. The animation's not terrible, but it's not the best. But I do love very much so the attention to detail in that world. Because, like, I will say the... if there is a magic system I wish we could systemize into real life that isn't too overly overpowered, I would say it's the magic system in that. Because anything that brings kind of magic into a industrial age, I always find fascinating, because you normally don't see it, or you don't see it done well. I mean, I agree. There was a post, I remember reading about it many a year ago now, and... Because, like, I've read the light novels, or I'm, like, reading through the light novels, and light novels are fun. That's part of the reason why I enjoy the anime, is because you just get to see... It's more of the stuff you like, and it's not, it's not too overly offensive to the main content that it would detract from it, I suppose. But, you have basically, from what I recall, each part of the media produced by the thing is some type of propaganda or something like that. So, like, the anime is propaganda from the perspective from the Allies, or the Entente Alliance, or whatever the hell you want to phrase that, where the manga is, like, imperial propaganda, where when you go to the light novels, it's more so her memoirs. Which I think is a fun way to think about it, even though if it's completely cracked out. Husband, wife, success, 12th, wife, bad, get rid of her, girls, bad. Presumably Lucas killed them. No, we really do need quite a few lockpicks in this. And this is the introduction to the spooky zone. Yeah. And I would be curious if you could elaborate on that, Goko. Like, how did string theory and dark energy get their druthers kicked in today, or recently? Because, like, I'm happy that's true. I'm curious how people are going to grift for science funding now. Because nature always finds a way. Alright, I do not need Doge. These are useless until I find woman's cabin. This is useless. I'll never likely use that, and we have plenty of healing. Yeah, this is the game with the random mold monsters. So it's like a mathematical kind of construct thing that's basically saying you're all dumb. That's good. I don't know how much it'll be listened to, because I think any scientist who is sincere about the work they do and not just trying to make a buck understands that while it's like a really cool idea, or it can be a really cool idea, I think dark matter, as I understood it when I looked into it many a year ago, was basically they mathematized away the stuff they couldn't explain. Which, if they did that, that's how they get your mathematical basis. It's basically, like in economics, I would consider it the error term. But that saying that way does feel a bit mean. I'm so used to the RE3 and RE4, like the newer RE remakes, where you can just like click a button and hit a box and you're fine. Hypothesize the presence of non-electromagnetically interacting matter that accounts for the mass we infer from how galaxies move. I mean, you can... I think there is enough historical precedent where... historical and scientific precedent where you can argue that... oh boy. I hate these monsters. Where one could argue that you don't have to understand something in order to use it as a way to do something. Because they believe the understanding of the electromagnetic spectrum as of the 1870s, 1880s, was still the aether model. Where there was some type of aether and was what was defined as the E&M spectrum, and they were still able to do stuff. Because, what is it? Edison was 1880s? 1890s with his nonsense. And, yeah. What do steroids do? Max health. Yeah, and I am not a... I don't care much for cosmology. Is it cosmology? Astrology is the goofy... oh, it's strong first aid medicine. Okay. So I can't add anything more, regrettably. We got Scorpion Key, right? Yes. I like the save. I already saved. Let's finish exploring the underground, and then we'll go back up top. If I recall correctly, the last doghead is next to where Mr. Baker is storing the corpse of the cop. No. I think this has been a relatively good year for science and progress in theory. Because from what I recall, we're allegedly getting close to Helion having a working fusion reactor, which would be pretty chill. As these kids say. Caught a guy who keeps trying to escape, locked him up, left him on incinerator, can't get away, take him out when he's ready, you know what to open the door, don't you just remember 3 A's and a handprint. Do what you want with the girl. 3 A's and a handprint. Oh, hey. Anything else happened fun this year in science? I do remember there being a meme about, Chinese, gotcha... Ah, 3 A's. Okay. So, handprint, William... Craig is 1 A, William is 2 A's. Sean is unknown, and Laura. So that is 3 A's in the handprint. Nope. William is 1A, Sean is 1A, this presumably is 3 A's. Tamara. Now, if I remember correctly, there's like a super zombie in here. Yeah. New model called Timescape that comes out against dark matter, not string theory. Okay. I feel less passionately opposed to string theory than, I feel less passionately opposed to dark matter than string theory. Alright, so don't try using the knife against them. You really do just move too slowly for it to be fun and effective. The game really feels like it needs some sort of like side movement or dodge mechanic. Wait, where does the thing come from there? Oh, hey. Which makes me... They probably have it. They probably have it where it spawns from where you're not looking. Okay. Want to be over here. Section room key. So what is the difference between dark energy and dark matter? I cannot recall off the top of my head. We're still green, so we don't need to pour juice on ourselves. What does the map say? Ah, okay. So this is the way we come back up. Yeah. Dark energy is a funny symbol Einstein added to general relativity equations for the metric at the cosmological scale. A hypothetical repulsive contribution. Okay. Wait. Am I missing something? Correspond energy that we don't know where it could come from, hence dark. So I think that's what I was thinking about, not dark matter. Which then begs the question, what is dark matter? Actually, you know, science drama is always hilarious, because, like, I just remember, like, random weird stories. Wasn't there a group that falsified their observatory project scorpion room? Is grandma scorpion room? Yes, she is. We're gonna go grab the shotgun before we go down there. Hypothetical invisible matter which chooses mass justifies why galaxies spin too fast for what general relativity. Okay. Let's clean up our inventory. I really need to spend some time looking at random physics nonsense again. It has been quite a while since I've done that. And it's always fun to see something goofy like that. Not physics nonsense, but like I have Griffith's E&M book in the boot of my car that I've been meaning to go through. I just haven't had the gumption to do so. I have no idea if we're supposed to be in spooky phase or not, so I'm just going to pretend we're not. Physicality of wave function phases in solid state matter. I need to check it out better. I don't understand what's going on with the musical cues. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I feel solid state physics was something I was interested in college, but my my program didn't have anything in it to work with that. So, I didn't. I will say I really like this guy much more in Japanese. Oh my god. That room has a thing. I was looking at the current progress of superconductors within recent time, and it looked nice. From what I recall. I am still sad that we haven't figured out, after, like, you know, however many years we've actually been making a focused and dedicated effort to get to a room temperature superconductor. We still haven't found anything, but yeah, just put that goo away. It'll be fine. It was a real disappointment that LK99, or whatever the hell that South Korean formulation was not real, or hasn't been able to be effectively reproduced. Alright, so we have plenty of pistol ammo, we have decent amount of shotty ammo. I think we should be fine going down to the boss battle. I'll probably go to the bathroom and take my Wellatonin before we do. I imagine that will end around there, possibly. I probably want more bullet. I need to learn how to get good. I think. Rather than rely on our copious amounts of ammunition. Yeah, I mean, I wonder how close we actually are away from actually getting some really cool tech, like room temperature superconductors or batteries that don't kill 10 trillion people when you make them. Because environmentally friendly batteries would be really nice. Or more efficient solar panels, I think, would be pretty cool and is within the realm of reasonability. Okay, that didn't work. Yep, okay. Okay, now it worked. Have you never seen this game before, Wick? Or is the memory slowly funneling back? Alright, I know I just said I want to get good, but at the same time I do want healing, especially when nonsense happens. I don't know if I want to say it, but this might be worse than Resident Evil 6. Because I've been playing Resident Evil 6 with Bummer. slowly that train ride is going, but I think my take for that is, I think one of the most painful things to do for any type of human or creature that understands the concept of hope is to give them hope and then dash it. Oh, please just learn how to fire a gun. You're talking to me more than Ethan at this point, I think. Because I remember all the stuff that came into this game very early on. It was like, ooh, it's very spooky, it'll be a nice spooky game. And then we end up having this? Which, I think when I was a kid, I was more fine with it than I am now. Which I guess makes sense. You have a higher tolerance for nonsense when you're younger. Okay, so that does lock it in at the very least. And there's where Monsieur Cooper is. And I guess Baker grabs it.
俺が父親のはずだっただがあの子はあいつを父親にすると言い出したそれはダメだ奴を見つけ出して存分に思い知らせてやるそのためにはお前の力がいる
It is interesting to listen to it in Japanese as well, because I feel it kind of displays how the delivery is more meant to be, because they're a lot more level in the Japanese that we're hearing than the English. Levels? I think by levels is... There is a... If I understand Japanese tonality well enough, as well as I hope I do, these people are nutto, but they're not, you know, absolutely insane. And I think with the way the English VAs deliver their lines, these people are absolutely insane. So if I remember correctly, we need to kick the corpses into Jack. Yeah. Because you can kind of... They sound Floridian to me. Yes, the secret abandoned Florida colony of, Oh god, what would the Japanese even call, like, a Florida colonization scheme? New Osaka? Why did I break your sword, Goka? I don't recall breaking your sword. These nuts joke? I think we just shamed you. However, I need to use the facilities and grab some water real quick before we do this boss battle. I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright. I have returned. Freshly watered and have acquired a few gummy bears as well. Not gummy bears, gummy worms. I don't think there's anything else I need or want to loot. Alright, so that's what happened. Honestly, it's been so long since I streamed. Alright, I guess I deserve that. That's not very cash money. What do you mean, why do I hate horsies? What would possibly give you the impression that I hate the haunts? I'm not Blobber. Well, I'm not Blobber in relation to you 4. Oh dear. Okay, come on. It's such a goofy boss battle. Oh, no! You eat gummy bears? Oh, then yeah, I love eating horses. You see... Oh wait, now that I think about it. You get yours, I get mine. Could this, in theory, also be in the Clock Tower universe as well? If we're going to make one large acid-inspired universe here. And now you and Daddy compare your chainsaws to prove your... Now you see, Wick, we're thrusting into Daddy now, which I think has different connotations towards what's going on here. The heck is the Clock Tower universe? Now you see, Goka, one of the eventual streams I'll do... eventually here is the Clock Tower games. Clock Tower 1 for my own edification, Clock Tower 2 because Bummer asked me to, and Clock Tower 3. Oh, my beloved Clock Tower 3. Now, if you were to do the Arev Pog emote, you may remember that's Clock Tower 3. Yep, no, I deserve that. I got way too greedy. That is okay. I guess we just get an insta-death now? Cool. I mean, I don't... We block sometimes, Wick. I don't remember this game well enough. Don't let Jack's bizarre and deadly weapon intimidate you. Sadly, I don't remember Video Game that well. Much to my own chagrin. So I think we fight Copman later. Yeah. Yeah, no. And then, we need to do Hunting Grounds, or Silent Grounds, or whatever grounds. I played a stream of it. I definitely didn't perfect parry earlier, so I'd be surprised if it was. So I have 3 get out of jail free cards. Oh, and I can't skip this. Oh, no. I played a stream of Haunting Grounds, Hitting Grounds. Lucky eventually did a long play of it this year, I believe. Which I hope he enjoyed it. I'm not gonna watch it until after I finish mine, because I don't want to get the game spoiled. But honestly, like, I think it's going to be many a month of horror game here. In the Greater Welly Co-Prosperity Sphere. Oh. The Greater Welly Co-Prosperity Sphere. Because I think for streaming-wise, I'm just on a horror kick. Because the video game known as... Oh, and after we do Haunting Grounds, we're going to do Nightcry, because apparently I have no self-respect. And my compulsion to complete that video game is still regrettably strong. So, I don't know if any of you remember, Nightcry was one of the first punishment game for Jake that got rolled. The first of my punishment games for Jake that got rolled. And I thought it would be a marvelous one, because he'd be baffled at what the hell is going on. And I think I was proven correct. Given that game is just painful to play, watch, and do. But I would have to go rewatch that VOD to give myself my own answer. Speaking of which... Oh, okay, he's just right behind me. I need him to, like, swing... so I can get him into a loop. I think what I'm falling victim to here is the classic case of too good to use syndrome, which, now that I'm looking at this, I feel very justified in, because I think 3 shotgun blasts was enough to get this done initially. Or 3, like, pistol blasts was enough to get it done. 2 is enough. I still need to do another bout of the pirate game, because I've been meaning to submit a weekly one-shot for the longest time, and to stream it because... oh dear. Yeah. Well, we did the we did the initial Sea Dog stream, which I think they all went well. Because I realize, because I'm trying to figure out, like, what suits me best for making stuff. And I think I have finally settled, and by making stuff I mean, like, stuff I want to do on Twitch. I think it's when you're mid-attack, it triggers a parry. And I'll quote steps from the Yogscast, who made this observation many a year ago. please, video game. Okay, you just unlocked me. That's very nice. And it's the concept of Lego talk, where basically you have a game and you basically treat it as a mechanism to just run your mouth, such as like if you're playing Lego with friends. Which, like, for me, oh, good lord. That type of content is random narrative construction nonsense or physics. Am I out of jail free cards? Yes, I am. Honestly, it boils down to stuff that you find yourself, like, enjoying to talk about, or something you can run your mouth at for hours. For me, I like deconstructing narrative, and, like, For me, I like deconstructing narrative and kind of looking at physics stuff, or just making up stories, which is the other half of deconstructing narrative, which is always fun. So I think you push it ahead, he hits it on the back, which is correct. Or you just get absolutely scuppered and, get a... okay. I think he was just as confused as I was about this whole thing. Oh, that was actually pretty good. Come now, Jack. I think canonically he's a Vietnam vet. Oh. I absolutely, completely... Why am I playing so badly tonight? Ah. I think my big issue is IRL. I'm the guy that doesn't start conversations but can carry on for hours when something happens. I'm similar. This is part of why I think streaming has helped me get out of my shell. Though, like, I don't know, I'm, like, absolutely goofy when it comes to this shit, because I'm the type of sociopath American that's capable of just starting, or at least I used to be, capable of starting conversations with people on the tram. It's actually how, if you recall, this character from JJ Cord Goka, Waffles. Waffles is someone I met IRL because he looked like a college student who went to my local college, and I was like, "Hello there, fellow teen. You look like you go to X. What are you majoring in?" You know, as one does. So either, I'm assuming from his perspective, I was some mass murderer, or, someone incredibly goofy. Yeah. And I got to know him that way. And because of that interaction, we... Okay. You know, Cult Recruiter works as well. No, this was many years before JJ Cord that I met him. IRL. It just, you took part on the Barotrauma MPs, and that's what I remember him doing. Okay. I'm out of healing yet again. There we go. I think the new MP game du jour on JJ Cord for this time, or at this time, is, what do you call it? Pathfinding? No, Archipelago. I don't know why I called it Pathfinding. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, we're red. I did put up a Minecraft server. Which is, I suppose, I could share over at JJ Accord, but I haven't been in the mood to do so. And yeah, but in a sense, it's... I mean, fundamentally, what is a MP? Like, MP is just a, like, big MP you do with someone is you have a shared experience with people and you're in a voice chat, you know, shit-talking or shit-posting with people. So from that perspective, it's more or less the same experience as you would get in the Barotrauma MP. As Wick says, it's, unlocking stuff for others, so it's a shared experience at that as well. So you get to kind of just enjoy the fun with everybody. I had a fair bit of fun playing on the couple of archipelagos that I did this year. I think I did 2. I did Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and I did Resident Evil 2 Remake. After seeing that it was a thing, because Nitro streamed it. I was like, you know what? It obviously can't be as bad as Nitro is making it out to be. I don't know why he's having such a poor experience. He must be bad. I wasn't that critical, but yeah, it was an aggressively sad time, is what I'll say. Old lady. There's so many missed opportunities with this game that bugs me the most. Rando's never really been your thing. I mean, I suppose this goes towards my greater point I would make with, like, starting things, starting random running your mouth moments IRL is, like, you know, you have to be comfortable, not knowing something or flaming out aggressively, which most people are in many circumstances, to be fair. Whenever we're starting a new game or doing anything like that. But I feel like the need that you have to be perfect in something so you don't feel comfortable doing it is something that will hold you back from having fun. Because, like, you know, let's take, for example, like, some of the conversation I attempted to do this evening. It was rambly at times, and it was disjointed, but, you know, I tried. And it is building up my heuristics of how to maintain cohesiveness while creating content, or as what's more important for today's episode of Wellington Rambles His Mind Out, figuring out how to justify this game as taking place in the same universe as Silent Hill 2, and even more importantly than that, how they are, Ethan Winters is related to James Sunderland, which I think I have arrived at a conclusion that I'm satisfied with, for the time being, at least. But a supercut of your theory. Yeah. I don't know if it has that same level of je ne sais quoi as Beaver lore, though. Actually, categorically, I know it doesn't, but that's fine. Not everything has to be perfect as the next. I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry. Screw repaired with a repair kit. Do you upgrade your guns in this? It's weird that we just take a gander at a brazier. Stabilizer, reloading speed, does it increase your general speed? Please tell me it increases the regular speed. Increases indefinitely. Well, then I'll go with the El Clasico Mazel Tov. I don't know why Stabilizer is viewed to be more valuable than more HP. I will keep everything under lock and key for now, though. That can go in, that can go in. Because I think this is a Magnum? Yeah. I don't remember if I saved because my mind fails me as we enter into the twilight of my day. I'm not gonna lie, I meant to start streaming about 2 or 3 hours before I did. I didn't because I decided to play Anno 2205, which isn't a good Anno.
やったね。無事に出たのはあんたが初めてだよ。
俺に頼みってなんだ？それをやれば出られるのか？
そう、よく聞いてね、イーサン。私たち家族は体を怪我されてるんだ。この汚れを取らない限りここからは出られない。ミアも同じだよ。
治す方法があるのか？
血清がいるの。血清さえあれば元の体に戻れる。手遅れじゃなければだけど。
わかった。どこにあるんだ？
それが分かれば私だってとっくに逃げてるよ。でも母さんがきっと休館の中のどこかに隠してるはずなんだ。
血清が手に入ればミアを治して帰れるんだな。
ああ、そういうことだね。休館は沼のそばだからすぐ見つかるよ。
わかった。
でも母さんもそこにいると思う。
母さん？
気をつけて。みんなあんたを探してる。
So, I'm curious to see if they're phoning in their dialogue in Japanese. Because, like, I think... Vummer plays Subnautica as their archipelago game every single time. So if you're interested in playing that, you should ask them. As I understand it from my chat, or conversation with them about it, it is a reasonable video game to go about it. That's probably a 7. It is probably a reasonable way to engage in it. Yeah, you could definitely do 2 games. You also need to, there's also to consider the fact that, oh right, you need the flamethrower for this section. Okay. The fact that there is an augmented list for Archipelago that, has more content. So it's the beta games or the R-rated games. So for example, RE2 Remake is on there. I think there's some type of hentai game. Oh no, Honey Pop. Honey Pop is on that list as well. I think there's another H game on there too, but I don't remember. I mean, I still have no idea how you would make Honey Pop into a... Okay, yeah, we don't have what we need to do yet. The famous H game of Balatro. I mean, isn't Number Go Up Simulator a type of pornography to a certain subset of people? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Make the date gift the Rambos. How neurodivergent can you get? I mean, everybody has a level of degeneracy that is deep in the affectations of their heart. Same with the underwear. You see, I haven't played Honey Pop, so I have no grasp of what any of this means. I will play the part of an innocent boy. See, there you go, Goku. You found a game for you. Oh, more inventory. Max was commenting about playing Honey Pop as well, if I recall correctly. So if you look in the sort of multi-world section, you'll see that there's like a Google Doc, and that will have the expanded list, and that's where the redacted games are, which is limited, including but not limited to Honey Pop and Resident Evil 2. Because that includes the R-rated games, because they want to keep the main page, like, family-friendly as possible. But more fascinatingly, for myself, they have Paper Mario 1 on the list. Which I still need to see if that's able to be randomized, because I've been looking for an excuse to play Paper Mario. If not on here, for my own self-gratification. I think I've decided we're going to do Master Quest Jr. on the channel when my heart yearns for Mario deeply enough. Otherwise, it will be... Can I just shoot you from here? No. Otherwise, it'll be some type of nonsense. I realize that was a non-cohesive sentence. Okay, you know what the hell with this. Lethal or an alpha? Alpha, I think, is technically too sussy baka to be likely to be able to be played, but otherwise it should be fine. Yeah, AP World means that it can be run. Because Resident Evil 2 is also AP World, and it can be run. I hate everything. Hate everything so much. How much healing do I still have? None! Alright. Combine A with B. And now we need to learn a little trick in the book known as fire control. As I, very carefully, oh, so carefully, set our wonderful friends of the world on fire. I think that's enough. Oh, that's really funny. Okay. Did I just not hit him though? Alright. So I make the joke about needing to maintain fire control, but I think you just need to blast it until it is well and truly gone. I also need to know how to make more of that. Solid fuel... I am actually going to reload. Alright. Huh, that was a terrible dream there. Alright. So, we now have our ingredients for Monsieur Flamethrower. We will recraft our flamethrower and see how we can make it a much more effective fighting machine. Are you a player of Yu-Gi-Oh, Goko? So you really do have to use about 75 ammo in order for it to get that to work. Like how fast it plays in the Rube Goldberg aspects. You see, all kind of, paper mache games or rock, paper, scissors games, or whatever the hell you call them. Bounced off of me, regrettably. Whether it be Yu-Gi-Oh, whether it be, given how poorly I'm playing the game, I'd rather more healing. Trading card games, yeah. I don't know why. Okay, that... Unfortunate. A speed version of Yu-Gi-Oh? Nice. I don't think there's anywhere left to go. There is, but we don't have the resources we need to access it, so it's fine. Say ancient coin? Antique. I'm always happy when people...
ミア、どうなってるんだよ。ちゃんと話してくれ。
分かってる。私だってずっとあなたに全部話したかったの。でも私何も覚えてなくて、本当にどうやっても思い出せないのよ。
やだな。ちょっとの間髪さんを借りてもいいか。何突っ立ってんだこの間抜きが。
What I find interesting is, like, I'm not a trained ear when it comes to Japanese. Didn't catch that. What word did he use for daddy? I'm sorry, Wick, but you're gonna have to, like, make a clip of that and just rewatch it over and over again to determine that. Or just go back in the VOD. 'Cause, the daddy science here is lacking. Oh, bother. Well, in a choice between A and B... Nope, I guess the game made the choice for me. The masculine urge to listen to Lucas call you daddy on repeat. Call you daddy in Japanese on repeat. You gotta remember that one. Ugh. I have no inkling of how we're getting out of this one, Mr. Krabs. Stealthing doesn't work, so we run. Ugh. I'm sure I'm playing the game badly, which is fine. Unfortunate, but fine. God, I hate this segment of the game. It doesn't feel like we have enough flamethrower ammo to adequately deal with the kind of bug monsters we have going on. Which normally shouldn't be a complaint, given the fact it's a survival horror. But, like... I wonder if they made this scene... Like, let's consider ourselves to be a Japanese game dev right here. Did they make the bug monsters because they were so tired of players learning how to, like, run around zombos? Adequately enough? And, like, being able to, like, knife attack them? Because I think this might be a punishment to players actually getting good at the video game, which is hilarious if that's true. Well, you got good at the video game, so now you have to suffer through unsufferable locust monsters. That's fun, right? So if I recall correctly, do we fight Marguerite at the end of this section, or is it still a little bit later? Because if we fight Marguerite... Oh, I'm beginning to slur my speech. If we fight Marguerite now... Because I know we go down there. Something involves her going down there, because we get her lamp from there, and we need her lamp to do something. The memories are vaguely creeping their way back. Like a centipede going through my mind. There is the baby, famed rapper who allegedly exists. Other than that, I don't recall. Yes, hello, Mr. Buggum. Regrettably, I think I... Okay. Okay, we got him on the back. I wonder if the Japanese are obsessed with bugs and even find them cute. Are they? Because I know that there's like a childhood meme of like when you're a kid you just catch bugs because that's the thing to do. Not all Pokemon. You're not gonna tell me like a Pikachu is some weird coked out ladybug or something like that. Because, like, what proportion of the Pokemon opus in Generation 1, because presumably here we're calling the Generation 1 Pokemon dev perverts, are, what proportion of them are bug-type? And then we can cast stones and call them bug perverts. But until then, it's a bit uncharitable. Actually, let's look it up. All right. Google-san. What percentage of Gen 1 Pokemon are bug type? Not all, but look at bug catcher hugging Kakuna and tell me a Westerner would do the same thing. There's a lot of things that I could say that we could find in Japanese media, and we could ask, would a Westerner do the same thing? And I think it's just a niche. Bug catcher hugging Kakuna. Looking up that exact phrase got me Pokemon characters holding a... Don't Google it. It got me, well, I mean, it did get me a kid holding a net, so I'm afraid now. But, I'm going to go away from that now. Alright, according to our overlord, Gemini, Generation 1, there are 15 different elements. Generation 1 is relatively rare. Safe Search was on, and it was Brad. The first search was Brad from Pokemon, like that kid that you see who holds the net. But... yeah, like even in Gen 9, only 9% of the Pokemon are bug-type. Because I think there are a lot of sus things you could say about Pokemon trainers. Because, like, you know, everybody has their, you know, I don't want to say guilty pleasures because that imply I enjoy watching Instagram Reels more than I do, but, it's certainly an experience. But overall, I just think Pokemon is a sus game. No two ways about it. Alright. But, how do I do this? I need to mute immediately. Who do we do? Yeah, wasn't there like some weird like Pokemon hentai or something like that that was part of the kind of opus? I remember someone was talking about it in chat like the other week, but my memory here has faded far too much for that. Mythology, there we go. It was the mythology that was the questionable thing. But the more important thing is here, I am tired and I have work later today, so I'm going to hand us off. FG seems to be the only one who's streaming right now. Let me double check. Merrick. I don't see Merrick, and I've already typed in raid FGs. What is Merrick playing, out of curiosity? Oh, no, we're raiding into FGs. Well, everybody, I hope everybody has a wonderful morning, noon, or night, and, yeah, enjoy your time about life. I'll be back at some point.